for his energetic introduction. So, guys, are we ready? Can we get started? Hi, Nihal. Hi, Syed. Hi, Vishal. Aarti, Palash. Good. Okay. One thing, which whenever I always give a seminar, I request only one thing from our students. You have to be as interactive as you can be. Keep posting it out. Posting your doubts. We have a couple of guys here who are sitting and answering your doubts, and I can definitely pick one or two doubts and answer through the session. So can I guys expect an interactive seminar from you? Okay, Said, my name is on the screen. My name is Kamal Kun. Nandu, you are in the session. Yes, you are. Okay. Fine. So before we get started, I would like to understand what is the expectation from today's seminar. What would you like to know from today's seminar? Something new for GRE, about GRE? Okay. The way to score about 290. Okay, Josie. How it will benefit us, how to approach GRE, the pattern, how to prepare for GRE. I would like to know how to start my preparation, okay? How to memorize 3,005 numbers. Imanshu, I think we have different seminar, but I think I give an overall idea how we can help you remembering this 3,500 hours. Totally new to GRE, okay. Opportunities abroad for PhD through research, okay, Sidhu. I'm very much new, okay. Okay, so to get a much more better understanding of you guys, apart from what Samad asked you, can I know what are you planning to do? What you want to do in after 2 years, after 3 years? What do you want to do? Why are you writing a GRE? Or why are you thinking of writing a GRE? What do you want to do? Civil engineering, higher studies, MS in civil, to do masters in web designing, MIS management. Okay. HR, how will GRE help me? Definitely, Sharik, I can help you out with that. Okay, I want to do MS in Germany. Okay. PhD in Germany, MS in computer. Okay, guys, I think I got it. So if I got it correctly, you are expecting an interactive seminar. You want to get all your doubts regarding your GRE clear, and when to write it, and how to start your preparation, and what are the benefits of writing GRE. Am I right? Okay. So I have to study further. Okay, good. Okay, this is the agenda for today, guys. We are going to see benefits of taking GRE, when to take GRE, how to plan your GRE, what is a good GRE score, GRE test content and structure, how to prepare for a high GRE score. How to improve my verbal session. I think I can definitely answer this. Deal. Okay, good. So I'll get started. I want an interactive seminar. Let's get started. Okay. According to you, what is GRE? See, I'll be asking a lot of questions today, so definitely you have to keep a keyboard near to you and keep answering it, so you'll be able to clear all your doubts. Okay, according to you, why GRE and what GRE? Okay, to study abroad, says Aishwarya. Yep, in my first year of MSc now, when should I write GRE? Definitely we can clear it, Ranjana. Krishna says to study MS in abroad, that's why I'm writing my GRE. Okay, See, GRE is a graduate record examination. Of course, you know that. You're still planning to write your GRE, or if you're planning to do a master, this is the first step you have to do. Write your GRE and get a good score. That's what everyone says. Your friends tell you the same thing. Your relatives say the same thing. Wherever you go, they'll tell you first write your GRE. If you go into selecting universities, they'll tell you I will run GRE. So this is the first step here. And what is GRE? Graduate Record Examination. And it focuses on higher education US, mainly for MS and PhD. It need not only be for US. For example, Germany, top university in Germany expect having a good GRE score. Universities in Singapore expect you to have a good GRE score. Some business schools in London expect you to have a good GRE score. There are many places where GRE scores are accepted. So not just in US, but all over the world. Recently, they started accepting GRE score. GRE score for MBA programs. Usually, they accept only GMAT score, but recently, around 2.5 years back, they started accepting GRE score for instead of GMAT score. Okay, so if you're planning to do MBA, you can also write GRE. I heard some students say that GRE is much more easier than GMAT. So let us see. Okay, so see, GRE, especially GRE, doesn't focus on your subject knowledge. There are subject GREs, exams for subject GRE where they have exams on physics, chemistry, and other basic things, but they specifically don't focus on your subjects. They focus on how good you are in analyticals, how good you are able to analyze the topic, how good you are able to analyze the situation and bring out a solution for it, and having a pressure such as a time pressure. So there are a lot of things which you have to consider when you are preparing for GRE. You have to study in the same environment. You have to understand how you have to do it. Okay. So what exactly they do is it evaluates application from different backgrounds on a common yardstick. Okay. So, you said you're from some of you are from computer science, some of you are from bioscience, some of you are from electronics. But why everyone has to write a GRE? Do you know why? Why everyone from different fields have to write GRE? Scholarships. Okay. So she just says no idea. For scholarship, yes. To get a good seat in MS. Okay. Verbal improvement. Okay. See, for example, a student from bioengineering. How many of you from biology or biosciences? Analytical knowledge, biology, exactly. See, when you talk about biology or when you talk about physics or chemistry, test your intellectual skill of knowledge, what you learned in your undergraduation. But GRE, the content of GRE or the portions for GRE is basically a 10 standard subject, 10 standard portions. Your 10 standard subject on maths or verbal, that's what they're going to test you in. So they understand that till 10 standard you have done the same subject, okay, or the same knowledge has been shared throughout. So they want to test you on that. They want to test you on your basics. See how good your basic is. Okay, they're not going to have complex, algorithms or anything to test you, but they are just going to test you on 10th mathematics. Okay, so how many of you are very confident in your 10th maths? Really confident? Okay, most of you are good. Many of you are really confident. Some of you are not. How many of you are really confident in your verbal, GRE verbal? Okay, this is where I'm getting a lot of no's. Most of you are saying no, not at all, 0%. Nope, not that good. Okay, we'll see how we can improve that. We'll see how we can improve your confidence as you have confidence in your, quant subject. Okay, so did you understand why they are testing your ability on a common yardstick? Needless to be from different department. Did you understand why you are writing GRE? Okay, Satya says, yep. Others, did you understand why you're writing GRE? Okay, why the test? Exactly, that's the next point here. The test is conducted to understand how good you are, and it can also be used as a filter to filter out some students. For example, let's say CMU or Harvard or Stanford, they get a lot of applications, applications for MS or PhD. How they filter out students is seeing the average score of students who are applying for university previous year. So they say, for example, if you go to Stanford and there'll be a minimum GRE score and an average GRE score. They specifically say that any student, most of the students who come to get into Stanford will have a average GRE score of 320. So they are using a GRE as a filtering option to see whether how good you are in your analytical skills, what is the ability to understand the situation and give out a understand the problem and give out a solution for it. Okay, so we'll see that in detail in coming slide, but we'll finish off this. Okay, what exactly is GRE? You can ask me when is GRE conducted. I would say most of the centers in India, it is conducted on weekdays. Okay, from Monday to Friday, it has been conducted. Some centers, they have it on Saturday and Sundays. That is basically because if there are too many students writing the exam, they sometimes they say, okay, Saturday and Sunday is fine, we'll conduct the exams. But mostly it is Monday to Friday. On public holidays, they don't conduct exams. Okay, so the validity of the GRE exam is for 5 years. So even if you're in the second year now, you can write a GRE, okay, and once you write a GRE, you will be able to focus on other characteristics which is needed for getting an admit, okay. Let's say, okay, let me ask you this question, which is a dream university? Where do you want to be in next 2 years? Which university would you like to be in? MIT, UCLA, Michigan, okay, New York University, okay, CSU, Purdue, MIT, Stanford, any among top 10 universities. Good. So, okay, most of you are saying you would like to go for a top 10 university. How many of you know what is the requirements to get into top 10 university? Good score. Is GRE score alone enough to get into your top university? Exactly, Nandu. SOP, a good CGPA, a good GRE score. Apart from that, TOEFL, and apart from that, if you have work experience, if you have projects, if you have internship, everything will help you in getting an admit in the top university. Okay, not just a GRE score. That's one problem which students have is they think that GRE score is enough for me to get into top 10 universities or 20 universities. No, come on. We have seen students who have got 309 have got into CMU, and we have got students who got into MIT also. Okay, that is basically because they see the overall profile. But having a good score will help you getting a scholarship, will help you to beat the competition, because there's so many people who are competing with each other. If you get a very good GRE score, it will help you to compete with them or push them down and showcase your profile in much better way. And for students whose profile is much more weaker, for example, if you don't have any paper publications, if you don't have any projects, then if you have a very good GRE score, then it boosts your profile completely. So having a very good GRE score will help you in various ways. It will help you in get a scholarship, will help you getting your admit, and also will help you to understand what are the requirements for the university. Are you clear? Good. Okay, more benefits of taking GRE, more options after graduation. See, especially when you start thinking about your GRE, you always keep wondering what you have to do next. How many of you are still confused about doing a master's? How many of you are still confused or writing GRE as an option? I'm writing GRE as an option. I'm not so confident of going to US. If I get a good GRE score, I'll go to US. Anyone? Okay, that's a basic thing you're looking for. You're looking for more options. Okay, let me write GRE. If I don't get a job, since I already written GRE, then I'll apply for my MS and do my MS. Am I right? Exactly. How many of your, especially how many of your students who are planned your admit, I want to do my master's, so I'm writing my GRE. There's no other option for me. Just I'm going to write my GRE and get a master's. Okay, at any cost, I'll do my master's. Okay. So once you write GRE, the number of courses for GRE and number of courses which are offered for once you write a GRE are much more than if you don't write a GRE. Okay, if you don't write a GRE, you can't go to US. If you don't write a GRE, you can't go to top universities in Germany. They may give you an admit for Germany, but getting a scholarship in a private university will be very helpful if you have a GRE score. Okay, access to better colleges. If you have a better score, it definitely improves your limit of applying to a university. For example, if you score more than 320, you can apply almost to 99% of the colleges in US. Okay, if you score 310, you can still apply to 80% of the colleges in US. Okay, so the more you score is better. So aim for a better score, understand the university expectation, and aim for the score. Okay, so let us have a couple of polls here to understand you more in depth. Okay, so let me ask you this question. Let me start by asking you this question. How many of you are going for which admission you are planning to go for? Fall 2014 is August 2014. Spring 2015 is January 2015. Fall is next year, fall 2015. So you have to write a GRE now or not yet decided. Guys, you just need to go and click on the poll. You'll be able to answer it. Okay, good. So if I can show you the slides, I think someone, can I show the slide? Okay, good. If you can see that 12% of you are still going for fall 2014, guys, your admission season's here. You have to go for it. Don't just lose focus in admission. You're going for fall 2014, just start preparing, or if you're preparing, just write your GRE soon and get a good score and apply for universities. You have time till March to apply for the right universities. So guys, going for spring 2015, you have to start thinking of the admission well before, because in spring 2015, the number of universities which are open for spring 2014 is very less. When you compare to fall, it's always like that. For fall, any admission in the fall or any year in any fall in any year, the number of universities which are open for intakes are much higher than the spring intake. Okay, so if you're going for spring, the competition, yes, will be less, because not all the students will go for spring. Only students or working professionals or students who finished a graduation last year, still searching for a job, those are the students who apply for spring. With my experience, I have seen these are the students who are applying for it. So am I right? Those guys who said were going for spring, am I right? Have you got it correctly? Yep. Okay, good. So in that case, okay, for example, the spring intake starts almost in April, May. The number of applications starts in April, May. But before that, you have to do all your procedure. You have to start thinking about your GRE. You have to finish writing your GRE. And if your GRE scores not as good as you expected, you can also have enough time to rewrite it. You have to write a TOEFL exam. You have to get a transcript. You have to get a SOP. You have to get a LOR. That's a huge process. So I would say start your preparation right now. If you haven't started it, those guys who have started preparation, great. Practice more tests, take more tests, and write the GRE soon. And guys who are going for fall 2014, yes, I know that your GRE exam, your admission starts only in April, September. But according to you, when is the right time to write GRE? I think I'll have this poll here. I think that will help me to clear this. Yeah, if you ask me, the for 2014 like exam or playing if I know you're using this better. Can you hear me properly? I'm your guys. Can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me properly? Am I audible? Guys, can you hear me properly? Am I clear? Hello, guys. Am I audible? Okay, still not clear, or my voice is good? No, it's better. Good, good. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I was asking you one more question in between. I was asking when you're currently planning to not write a GRE. I was telling you that, if you're going for a fall intake, fall 2014, you have 6 months time to prepare. Okay, but just imagine you're going to apply for university in September. Stanford, MIT, Harvard, the top university which you mentioned have deadlines in September and October. So if you have to submit your applications in September and October, you have to write a GRE exam in July. Why I'm saying July is, if at all your GRE score is not so great or you're not satisfied with your GRE score, then you have one more month to retake your GRE and apply again. Okay, so the main purpose of writing a GRE again is to make sure that you compete with everyone, have a very good score, and then you aim for the right university. Okay, that's one thing. So if you just start now, you'll be able to understand. What are things you have to. For example, you'll be having your semester exams. If you're still studying, you'll be having a semester exam. Even for that, you have to spend your time. Then after that, you might go for summer internship or a project. So you won't have any time to write it in July or August. What I have seen what students do is they'll just postpone it. Okay, okay, September's admission, right? I can still write it even in August. I can still write it in even July. But they keep postponing and postponing without preparation. Suddenly in June, they start thinking, oh my God, I have to write my GRE. What I'm going to do. So instead of doing that, start thinking about it right now. That will help you to make sure you prepare firmly for your GRE. That's one thing. Okay, I hope you have answered this poll, so I think I can explain you this chart in much better way. Okay, we are right now here. Okay, for the spring intake, most of the spring intake admission starts in April and May. Okay, this is the time where most of the intake start. Okay, it closes by July. This is spring. Okay, I'm sorry, my handwriting is very bad, but please do adjust. Okay, this is a spring intake. So you are right now here. You have 2 months to prepare and write a GRE. Even till May you can write it, but prepare hard and write it very soon. Okay, it will be helpful. And by September, August, fall admission starts. Okay, especially the top university. Yes, the deadlines go on till January, but the top universities, and if you're looking for scholarship, how many of you are looking for a scholarship? Anyone looking for a scholarship? Of course, definitely does. Okay, how many of you are saying this? I'll go to US only if I get a scholarship. Okay, so those guys, specifically you have to get a very good score, and you have to write a GRE exam at least by June, July. Okay, so 3-4 months of preparation will not be sufficient for you. You have to take at least 6 months or 5 months of preparation and do it. And you can start applying by September, and you'll be getting your admission in January, or not in January. You'll be getting it in March. So that is one thing. If you're going for fall next year, fall 2016 also, I would suggest fall 2016. I would suggest you to take 1 year of preparation and write it in March next year. So you'll have enough time to prepare your other documents. Okay. I always say this, select university based on your profile. Get into a university based on your profile. What makes a profile? Do you have any idea what makes a profile? Krishna says no. Shahid says no. Profile. What makes your profile? Okay. Okay, like Nandu said, or like like Bhargav says, your GRE score, yes. Your TOEFL score, yes. Your CGPA, yes. If you have any backlogs, then it will pull on your profile down. Okay. If you have any paper publications, it will push your profile up. Okay. So paper publications, research experience, your work experience, and if you are published paper or if you are presented paper, your extracurricular activities, uh, or your grades in particular courses. For example, if you want to do biology, science, or nanotechnology, if you have any course in nanotechnology in your undergraduation, and if you excel in that course, that also boosts your profile. Okay, so if you're, for example, if guys are in second year, then you have enough time to focus on your other criteria. For example, you can write a GRE now in 6 months. Then you have 2.5 years time left to focus on your other credential. You can do internships, you can do projects, you can do publish a paper. So what you're doing is you are removing one pressure from your mind. I have written GRE, I have scored 320 plus, I have this other things to do. I need not focus on anything else. Guys who are in third year, especially guys who are in third year, you may not have done your project, you may not have done your internship, but having a good GRE score will boost your profile again. Okay, you don't have enough time to publish a paper, of course, but already if you're doing that, that's great. If not, you have a project in between. Okay, if you get a very good score, or if you think of getting into a very good university, if you score more than 320, you know that I have a chance of getting into Stanford, I have a chance of getting into MIT. If that's a chance, if I get from scoring 320 plus, what else should I do? Then you'll focus on a project during a summer internship. These are things which you can do just thinking when to write a GRE. Okay, so first finalize when you're going to write a GRE. I would say as soon as possible. 3 to 4 months of good preparation will definitely boost your confidence and write it. Just imagine, guys, it's not a big deal. Okay, you are just focusing on a 10th standard subjects again. It's just like a revision. You are just going to practice on. Yes, questions are going to be getting trickier and trickier, but you have to adjust to it. More practice will definitely help you guys. Okay, so are we clear with this? Clear with admission and when to write the GRE? Verbal is fine. See, verbal is just words. You have to start using the words day to day. Thus, I think Samat and others in other seminars, they are given you clear seminars about how to do it. Even students who are joined GRE Edge would know how the verbal trainers are helping them out. I think verbal is not a big deal. Just focus and practice. I think a study plan from the trainers will help you do that. Okay. So these are things which you saw: GRE score, academic performance, project, internship, SOP, LOA. Okay, let's talk about the GRE exam. How many of you are really frightened about GRE? I'm really frightened about GRE. Myself, only verbal part. Okay. Yes, I'm frightened about GRE. Okay, how many of you feel that, well, GRE is just an exam, man, just practice and I can get a good score? I have that option. Good. See, either way, whichever suits you. If you feel that GRE is just an exam, practice hard. If you feel that GRE is a tough exam, practice hard. Don't be relaxed that I know the pattern, I'm very confident. Just that is what pulls down people. I've seen students do this. I've been here for a couple of years. What students do is they'll think, okay, GR is good. I'll do my quantitative later. I'll focus on verbal. So what happens at last is they scored actually less in quant and more in verbal. That's because they haven't practiced yet. However confident you are, just go practice. Okay. So when you're talking about this, GR is an online and adaptive style exam. Do you know what is adaptive exam? Anyone have any idea what is an adaptive style exam? Yes, Samir. If scores are bad, you have to pay again for the exam. What you have to do is start. You get more practice tests, more practice on the more GRE style test. Practice on more GRE style test. Practice on adaptive style test. You need not pay more again after you write the GRE. Your score should be as high in the first attempt. Don't even think of the second attempt. Okay, what is adaptiveness? We'll come back to the topic. What is adaptiveness? Difficulty varies according to the question, not according to the question, but according to a section. Okay, GRE is out of 340, which of course you should be knowing. Okay, let's imagine GRE out of 340, and the minimum GRE score for verbal is 130, maximum is 170. That's goes same for the quant also. Minimum is 130, maximum 170. Okay, so the minimum score, even if you get all the answers wrong, which you're going to get is 260. And the highest score, if you answer all the questions right, you'll be getting is 340. Okay, so it is divided into 4 parts. Okay, for verbal there will be 20 questions in first session, 20 questions in the second session. For quant there will be no, first session will have 20 questions, second session will have 20 questions. First session will have 30 minutes, verbal will have 30 minutes for each session, quant will have 35 minutes for each session. Okay, then there is analytical writing, which is graded out of 0 to 6. AWA, your analytical writing is as important as your verbal or quant. If you don't focus on AWA, if no one's going to give you feedback on AWA, or if you're not practicing enough, that will definitely pull you down. Especially, how many of you are applying for PhD here? Whether negative mark policy will be there, there's no negative mark in GRE. AWA is analytical writing. They'll give you 2 topics. You have to write, okay, for example, there's an issue and there's an argument. Okay, when they give you an argument topic, you have to argue why the points are wrong. Okay, and when they give you an issue topic, you have to write, why this, you have to take a stance, and you can do write from third person point of view, whether it's right, whether it's wrong. Okay, that's one thing. If you're applying for PhD, especially your analytical writing is very important. They look at your analytical writing skills. Okay, so when you're talking about a pattern of GRE, as I said, there'll be 2 sessions for verbal, 2 sessions for quant, and there'll be 1 experimental session. Okay, so what will happen in this experimental session? It can be either verbal or quant. You won't know which is the experimental session. So what happens really in the GRE exam is you might get 3 verbal sessions and 2 quant sessions. You may not know which is the experimental session. Okay, of course, you have got an experimental session verbal. You won't know which is a verbal experimental section. Okay, what happens that way is that you won't know which you have to perform well, which you can just leave it out, or which you will not be able to score well. Okay, so what happens in the verbal session is that there's 3 verbal sessions that whichever session is experimental, you won't know, so you have to perform extremely well in all the sessions. So are you clear with the experimental part? Are you clear with the pattern? 2 verbal session, 2 quant session, and 1 experimental session. And the experimental section can be anything verbal or quant. And all the session comes after only you finish your analytical writing session. Okay, you write the analytical writing session, then you go for a quant and verbal. Are we clear? It can come in any order, but the order remains the same. Order for AWA remains the same. AWA, then it can be verbal or quant. How long will be our session for? I think it's for 45 minutes for each session. Okay, so next thing is then you have a verbal and quant. Okay, and it can be again verbal and quant, or quant and verbal. It can be anything. Okay, so we have to concentrate that. It's a long exam. It's going to be for 4.5 hours. Okay, our students, they feel that after 3 sessions there'll be a break for 10 minutes. Okay, please anyways take your break. Students usually what they say is, let me not take a break. I'm in a good flow. Let me just go ahead and write my sessions. Don't. Take a break, relax yourself, then go forward. Because in the 4.5 hours exam, you cannot move, you cannot talk, you cannot raise your hands, nothing. You cannot do anything. Okay, so even if you raise your hands or see someone and smile, they'll catch you. Okay, so you can't do, basically you can't do anything. So what you have to do is you have to focus and take the break. Okay, 30 minutes for each session for analytical, not 45 minutes. Okay. Okay. Next, as I said, how to plan for your GRE. Start preparing for at least 3 to 6 months ahead of your test. Begin early on areas, and that you are weak in. You need to be well prepared. Many of you said verbal is your weak area. Many of you said, quant is good. I have to practice. Okay, so don't ignore any topic. Just practice all the topics that are going to help you. Guys, any doubts? Can I answer any doubts? Before I move to the next slide, any doubts? Scholarships, how to take. See, scholarship also is based on your profile. It's also based on your complete profile, your GRE, your CGPA, your LO or your SOP, your statement of purpose. They consider everything. Can't we prepare for 1 or 2 months? If you're able to dedicate good amount of time, yes, definitely. And depends on your preparation level also. If, for example, some of us might even prepare very well or our basics is very strong, then you need not need 6 months preparation. You just need a month's preparation, just practice and you go write the exam. But you have to practice a lot. Definitely, Ashta is asking for a seminar on verbal session. Ashta, we have a lot of sessions. Some of the sessions are available for students who only few sessions are available for students who are not enrolled. Other sessions are available for students who are enrolled. But apart from that, Samat and his team gives a lot of quant and verbal seminar. Actually, I'm not so good in quant and verbal. I can, if you have any doubts in admission, I can definitely clear it. Or writing a GRE exam. That's why they call me for this seminar. They didn't call me for quant. Okay. So next thing is how to plan your GRE. You get more practice. You have to start getting more practice, a real-time experience for GRE. You start giving practice tests. You start focusing on how much of time can you spend. Okay, I didn't ask you this question. How much of time can you spend for your GRE? In a day or in a week, how much of time, or in a day, how much of time can you spend? 6 to 8 hours, 1 hour per day, 2 to 3 hours in a day. In a day, around 5 hours. That's good. 8 hours in a day. That's totally good. Okay. Let's say, for example, you're practicing 3 hours, 5 hours in a day. That's totally a good amount of time. What you need is you have to practice more. Okay, you have to have practice GRE style test more. You have to practice on the GRE style test. You have to understand where you're making a mistake. You have to understand how to improve it and do it. Okay, don't just practice, guys. It's not going to help you out. I've seen guys doing that. They keep on practicing it. They don't even see the trainer's feedback. Then we call them, see, if you don't see your trainer's feedback, it's not going to help you out, because you won't know where you made a mistake. Okay, so if you won't know where you made a mistake, you won't know how to improve it or what you have to do to improve that mistake. So you'll be keep repeating the mistake if you keep writing the same or making the same mistake again without knowing how to improve it. So learn, you do your practice, definitely do a lot of practice, but see where you went wrong, see how to improve, and then you can go for the next one. Okay, next thing is understanding how an online or adaptive exam works. Write GRE exam for 4.5 hours. Don't just take only verbal, then one quant, then practice analytical writing separately. Don't do that. First, you can do that. Of course, you can do GRE style tests separately, but at least take 2 or 3, full-length tests. And basically, one more advice which I gave us: if you're booking a date in or slot at 12 p.m., there are a couple of slots to write a GRE. One is a 12 p.m. slot, one is a 5 p.m. slot, and so 8 a.m. slot. If you're booking any of the slot, take your full-length test or practice for 4.5 hours in the same time period. So your body also gets, worked out, and you know that this is the time you are going to spend on coming weeks. So practice or take a full-length test at the same time when you're going to write your GRE. That will definitely boost your performance, definitely, because you have to sit in the same place for 4.5 hours. We have students telling us this. The biggest task is to energize yourself and keep you fully energetic throughout the exam. Just imagine you write analytical, you write a verbal session, then you come to quant, you'll feel so tired. Even if you're very confident, that makes you, nervous. So you shouldn't do that. So practice in the same environment. Practice that you'll be sitting in the same day for 4.5 hours, the same time slot. That will definitely help you a lot. Maybe a small tip, but I've seen results out of it. Okay, and most importantly, time management. How many of you are very bad in time management? I know I can see a couple of hands raised inside my room, but including mine. But how many of you, have a poor time management skill? Why is that? Why do you have a poor time management skill? What is happening? What is a good time slot to write? I would say, 12 p.m. or 8 a.m. I'm not ready to focus on my GRE. Okay, I'm not able to concentrate on my GRE. I don't have enough time to do it. I'm just postponing my stuff. Okay, I get distracted. Back to a single issue, distraction by social media. Okay. Okay, fine. Fine. See, you have to find a way where you can sit in the same way, have one timetable, or prepare a timetable by ask someone to prepare a timetable, follow the timetable, and if you're not following the timetables, make someone come and tell you that you're not following this timetable. When you have to follow the timetable, only if you follow that, you'll be able to score well. Okay, you have to maintain that and learn at your own time. If you're forced to do something, at someone's time, you won't be able to do it. For example, I've seen guys, they struggle after going for 3-4 classes. First, sir, I actually why I joined GRE is because I have to finish my engineering classes. I have to go to college. Then I have to go to a tuition class. Then I have to come and prepare. Then I have to do my homework. Where do I get time to prepare for GRE? That's basically because if I go sit in a class again, I'm wasting my time for traveling up and down. So you have to find a time. You have to find a time at your own convenience to make sure you're free of any other thing or just focus on this. It can be any time. It can be after 12 o'clock in the night. It can be 3 o'clock in the morning. Or how many of you wake awake? How many of you stay awake after 12 in the night? Mostly all the engineers during the exam time. Apart from that, how many of you feel that's a very comfortable time to prepare or study? I do. When I did my engineering, I did. Even my master's, I did that. Exactly, I study after 12. But that is where you have to see and who's going to guide you out. Okay, I told you how to plan a GRE. I think someone can take over and tell you how we can prepare for a GRE. After that, guys, we'll have a doubt clearing session here. We'll have a poll, and during the poll, we have extensive doubt clearing session. We can just clear all your doubts. But before that, I'll ask someone to ask a few things to say, and I'll continue after that.
Thank you, Kamakun. Okay, so how has the learning been till now? All right, really good, fine, superb. It was really helpful. All right, so everybody has a fair idea of how to prepare for GRE? Informative? Yes? Okay, Raman, we'll clear the questions, in a couple of minutes. Okay, we'll have a Q&A session. All right. So, you can save your questions till then, and we'll make sure that none of you go without any, without any doubts in your mind. All right. Okay. Now, how many of you, have thought that you want to start preparing now, and you want to prepare with GRE Edge? Okay, Palash, Syed, Jeevan, Aishwarya, Nandu. Okay, so what do you know? How will GRE Edge help you boost your score? Have you heard anything about us from your friends, your classmates? Okay, not really, says Mohit. Flexible timing, says Satyajit. Through personal trainer, says Jeevan. Good trainer, says Satyajit. Okay. Online training is quite good, says Nandu. Palash says trainers. Okay, so some of you know that it's because it's online. Some of you know because of personal trainers. All right. Anybody else has any other clue? Good learning software, says Satyajit. Okay, only Satyajit is speaking. Learning tracker, says Jeevan. Okay. All right. So I'll take away all those doubts from your mind, all your questions from your mind of how is that GRE Edge helps students score high. Okay. Now I like to ask you a lot of questions and keep it interactive. Okay, so everybody is once again ready to answer my questions. All right. Okay. Now GRE is a skill-based test. Okay. Now can you give me some examples of skills that you know? Skills that are not academic. Karate says Harsh. Basketball layer says Palash. Soft skills says Ashil. Analytical skills says Hira. Sports says Syed. Speaking says Avinash. Playing guitar says Jeevan. Communication says Hanisha. Guitar. Cultural skills, cricket skills, football skills, learning and talking, grasping, basketball, fast thinking. All right. So a lot of skills we have here. Okay. Now, how do you improve all of these skills? What is one common way to improve all these skills? Practice, says Mohit. Okay. Satyajit, Shankar, Rahul, Krishna. Daily practice, says Soumya. All right. Everybody is saying practice by working hard, concentration. Right. So practice is how you improve skills. Okay. So how would you improve your GRE skills? Same answer. Right. By practicing. Okay. Now let us analyze practicing any one skill. Okay. Let us take the example of driving a car. Okay. So how do you learn to drive a car? Trainer to drive it many times. Okay. A trainer cannot help you if something is absent. What is that? By learning basic techniques. Okay. Right, Himanshu. You need a car. Okay. So in this case, the car is the online environment. Okay. So you cannot learn a car by reading a book. You cannot learn car by somebody teaching you, by somebody telling you how to learn to drive a car, unless you have a car. Right? Okay. Now when you are learning a car all by yourself, what all can happen? How will you learn? Mohit says accident. Okay. Okay, accident is one thing that can happen. You start slowly, right? Might go wrong initially. Okay. Might take a lot of time to learn. Mistakes. Get confused. Might be nervous. Might get demotivated. Right. So when there is nobody to give you direction, all these things can happen. You might get confused. You might have a slow start. You might get demotivated and leave it midway. Okay. And at the end of it, you might not come out learning how to drive a car. Okay. So to make sure that all this doesn't happen, what did you do? You got a trainer. Got somebody to sit next to you. Right. So this is exactly the kind of training that you get at GRE Edge. Okay. You have a personal trainer. Okay. Not one, but two. One for quant and another one for verbal. So what your personal trainers do is help you with your basics, help you understand the concepts, and then let you practice. Okay. Not any kind of questions. Okay. GRE style questions. You need to practice a lot of them. Okay. And while you're practicing, they'll keep a close watch on you. Okay. So how do they keep a close watch? By using a technology called as millisecond monitoring. Okay. So they're able to track every millisecond of yours and they're able to give you feedback. Okay. Now when you get feedback, what happens to your preparation? What happens to the way you practice? Improves. Right. So you keep on improving till you become perfect. Okay. Right. Now when you have a doubt, what do you do normally? Google, ask it, ask a doubt, raise it, ask the faculty. Right. Now if you are not at GRE Edge, what would you do normally? Google it, study from the book. Okay. So how many of you think you'll be able to find all these answers on Google? Sometimes, not all. Some of the answers, confusing answers, time waste, 50% of answers sometimes. Right. So if you are at GRE Edge, you don't have to go through all this trouble. Okay. All you have to do is ask a doubt. Okay. And if somebody has asked a doubt earlier, you get an instantaneous answer. Okay. In case somebody has not asked a doubt earlier, okay, you will get your answer from your personal trainer within one working day. Okay. Now, normally when you have to ask a doubt, how many doubts can you have? A lot of them? Many? 5, 10, infinity, says Abhishek. No idea, plenty. Right, they might just keep arising. Right? So, at GRE Edge, your personal trainer will will help you solve all your doubts. Okay, even if it's an infinity, all within one working day. Okay. So where is it located? Okay. All this happens online. Okay. Because you have to practice GRE online. Okay. And we can monitor every millisecond of yours while you're online. Okay. Now, how many of you would like to prepare like this? Mohit? Okay. Online when, says Rahul? Okay. You can practice it anytime, 24/7. Okay. And as many number of hours as you want. Okay. Shravan is asking me a question. Okay. I'll answer that one immediately. Okay. So there's an offer on the complete GRE program, which happens to be the most popular GRE Edge program with a validity of 6 months. Okay, so you have all the benefits of GRE Edge: trainers, practice material, student welfare team, guidance for admissions. Okay, plenty of GRE style test, adaptive test, online seminars. Okay, all this for a period of 6 months. Okay, you can even finish it even before that. Okay, but you have a validity of 6 months. And you have a 35% off on that till 28th of this month. Okay, so the program will cost you 7150 rupees. Okay, so I'll launch a poll right now. Okay, and you can tell me how many of you would like to join GRE Edge. Yes, Harsh, the practice material provided is more than sufficient. Okay, so Syed is asking me what is a good time period to get started for GRE if you're starting from zero. Okay, so I'll hand over the mic to Kamakon, who will be answering all your questions. Thank you, guys.
Okay, I think Samat has given a clear explanation how GRE Edge can help you in your admission process. Are you guys clear how GRE Edge can help you in admission process? Okay. Yeah, Avinash, I'll be with you and we'll be with you even after joining, not just before joining. Okay, so please pour in your doubts, keep pouring your doubts. I'll just try to answer as many doubts as I can. So what is a good time period to get prepared for GRE if you start from zero? 4 to 6 months, depending on the time you can spend. Okay, so when you take IELTS after GRE, when to take IELTS after GRE? As I said, I'm applying for this fall 2014. If I take GRE in mid-April, when to take IELTS after that? See, if you're going for fall this year, then Shravan, the time for you to apply for universities will be less. I would suggest to write your IELTS before GRE and then do it. Okay, if not, if possible, even advance your GRE exam. Don't write in April, that's too late. Okay, so okay, what books and materials to refer for GRE? I'm not sure with books. I'm really sorry. Maybe the other teams can help you out. But we are known only for online preparation, for more practice and more feedback. Okay. Please, Sharud, if you have any doubts regarding scholarship, please do post it. Can a BTech mechanical student can do MS in computer science? Definitely yes, Nandu, you can do that. Okay. How to apply for scholarship? Okay, applying for scholarship is as simple as you are getting an admit. Okay, so if you're going to, if you're applying for admit, during admission process, there'll be an option. Would you like to apply for scholarship? Would you like to apply for TA and RA? TA is teaching assistantship. RA is research assistantship. There are various assistantships, various scholarship and tuition waiver we can apply for. During your application form itself, you can fill it. If not, some university where specifically have two admission or two deadlines. One is admit deadline, one is a financial deadline. During the financial deadline, you have to send in a scholarship form, which you have to fill it from the university. Then you have to submit. But if you ask me, how do I get scholarship? Completely based on your profile, nothing else. Okay, I'm a second year student. What's the best time to write to GRE? Absolutely a good time of it. What you do is you prepare for 6 months or 8 months or 10 months, then write a GRE, then focus on other credentials. Improve your CGPA, improve your, do many projects, do paper publication, don't keep GRE. If you, I would say from within 10 months, if you write a GRE, absolutely a good time for you. Okay, 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 I'm just searching for questions here. Can I go to management field to GRE? Definitely yes, Krishna, you can. MBA courses or MIS courses. MIS courses definitely in the GRE. Most of the MBA courses now accept GRE score. Okay, I think actually you can get a clear understanding if you can get a call from a counselor. I can ask a counselor to explain that because they can tell you the exact differentiation between that. I'm completing my third year of engineering. Is it a good time to start preparing for GRE now? If you're completing your third year for GRE, engineering third year, then you have to write your GRE by June, July. Yes, absolutely a good time. Start now. Don't postpone it. Please don't postpone it. Okay. How can they know the top colleges in MEC? See, there are a lot of websites which gives information. I would say don't believe too much into ranking. When you're selecting university, guys, one more tip. I'm not sure how many of you are joining because after you join, there'll be a lot of seminars on admission process. So guys, let me give a common tip. If you're selecting universities, please select universities on the research experience of the university. See what research is happening in the university. See the prof. Don't select university based on ranking. It's not going to help you out. Okay, if you select university based on ranking, not on a profile, it may not suit you. Okay, so you have to see what is the research happening in the university. You have to see who's the prof, what has been happening. Based on it, go for it. Good countries for civil engineering post-graduation, I say US. Right now, US, yes. Okay, next question. What are the options for a mechanical engineer to do in MS in US in spring admission? Sagatya, there are very good options available. Many of the mechanical universities, yes. See the core subjects, yes, most of the university will be open, or at least a good number of universities will be open for a core subject. Mechanical, electrical, computer science, biology, the core subjects, not very specifically, for example, industrial engineering, management engineering, those are very unique courses, or the psychology, or those kind of courses may not be open. But not in all universities, but they'll be open, but not in all the universities. Hope I'm clear with that. What percentage do I get? Okay. What percentage do I get as scholarship maximum in Singapore University? Sydney, I'm not sure it's Singapore, but if you ask me about US tuition fees waiver, it can be from 0% to 100%. The complete tuition fee can be waived. We have a student who studies in University of Pennsylvania. She has got a 100% tuition waiver. She just need not do anything else, just take care of your living expense. Okay. Okay. I'm just searching. Okay, I'm a second year. I do 5 years engineering for semi. Am I eligible to apply for PhD without doing my masters? Yes, Sharik, you can do that. Okay, after getting the score, how we should select university? Rahul, as I said, you shouldn't select university after your GRE score because GRE is one criteria. Focus on a GRE is very good, but start selecting university well before. Okay, start thinking about the university. See the university. See, if you select universities after GRE, what will happen is you won't know what is the minimum GRE score or the average GRE score that university is looking for. You have to see the university which you are going to go for, then target the GRE, then target the GRE score, then that will help you to get a very good GRE score. If you don't have a target, just write GRE, then I'll see which university will suit me. It's not going to work. See the university, target your GRE score, then immediately start preparing and apply for get a good score. What kind of courses are preferable for ECE? It totally depends on you. VLSE is quite common over there, so I'm not sure with other courses, but yes. Do I have filter through colleges to apply for particular course? Do you have to filter through? Definitely yes, more that. You have to see what is what GRE score they are looking for. What is the research experience they have. Do you have to look into that very thoroughly? If you give GRE, MS, MBA, if you give GRE, can we do MS and MBA? Can you apply for both MS and MBA? Yes, sure, we can do that. At least how much money I need with scholarship. Abhishek, you have to take care of a living expense. Some living expenses can be depends on the place which you live. Urban area can be for around $1,600 to $2,200. You might be spending monthly, having a good lifestyle. Okay, you can even save more, but having a good lifestyle, you have $1,600 to $2,200 per month. Urban area. In rural area or semi-rural area, you can spend anywhere from $800 to $1,600, $1,500 per month. How California State University, Long Beach, Arish. Okay, it's a good university, Arish. Can I elaborate the basic profile for top university? It's not just top universities. I would say, see, there are more than 3,000 universities in US, and there are more than 2,000 universities which gives you MS or PhD degree. So if you study in top 10 university in US, that's absolutely good. It's top 200. But don't just focus on top 10, focus on all the university. The profile is the same. Okay, they'll see a GRE score, they see your academics, they see your backlogs, they see how's your performance in your research, projects, SOP, LOR, especially SOP, LOR is as equivalent to your GRE scores. Okay, so if I've done any extracurricular activities, they'll see everything. Good countries, okay. Best university in Singapore based on research. I'm not sure, but NUS and NTU are the famous ones. Singapore. Krishna, a lot of options for computer science. If you're looking for swing, yes, there are. As I'm mechanical, what should I do in mechanical? It totally depends on your passion side, Rahul. If you're really passionate in one particular aspect of mechanical, you can focus that and do it. You should be able to know that very easily because if you know what you're doing. Average expenses for doing MS in USA. Living costs can be anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 per year. Cost of education, if you ask me the fees and everything, it can vary from $25,000 to $40,000 to $50,000 based on the course, based on the college per year. So it can be around from 25 lakhs to 50 lakhs to be spending per year. Totally depends on the university and the place. To speed up the verbal learning from zero, as I have to give GRE in 4 months, yes, programs can help you do that. That's not an issue. Our trainers can specifically give you a timetable or time schedule based on the time which you're going to spend. They can do that. Which university offers neural network course? In US they do. I have seen MIT do that. I have seen UT, there are a couple of universities. In Texas, there are a couple of universities which do that. Drexel do that. Duke gives. There are a couple of courses. There are a couple of universities do that. Good university for mechanical to complete MS. Right now, Germany and US. I heard from one of my friends that we complete MS in 1 year. Is it true? You can, Shavan. If you want, you can complete your MS even in 1 year or 9 months. If you are able to do that. See, university says that you have to have 36 credits to get a 36 credits to have your master's degree. You can complete the 36 credits even in 6 months or 1 year, if possible. It's very difficult to complete in 1 year, but you have to do nothing. You just have to do that. Only prepare and get a very good score. What is a good CGPA for a profile? I would say above 7 would be a good one. Okay. As a mechanical engineer, where should I go? Should I go for Germany or US? Rahul, there are many mechanical engineers today, Samad. Okay, I think Germany or US, both are very good options. Germany has, mechanical students prefer Germany more of automobile students prefer Germany more, if you ask me. What are the options for instrumentation engineer? Yes, mechanical orientation, yes, there are good options. I have 64% in undergraduate. Can I get percentage? Yes, depends on its score and based on other profile, yes, Planet. Is working permit given to US? No, see, you can do part-time job. You can do part-time jobs for 20 hours in a week. Doing summer internship, you can do 40 hours. But doing 20 hours, you'll be earning what? From $8 to $13 per hour. So that will be taking care of your living expense if you ask me. What are the courses? Okay, if you ask me about the courses window, I'm not sure, because if you are doing engineering, so you should be very clear about which course which you are interested in. And one more tip or advice you can take in whichever way. Don't select universities or don't select courses based on the job opportunities. Okay, if you are really passionate, you'll be creating job opportunities. I've seen guys doing that. I've seen guys implementing that. So don't select university because there's a good opportunity. If you're really passionate, you'll definitely land in a very good university and very good job also. US university that gives 100%. Most of, okay, you ask me for PhD whether any university in US give 100% tuition waiver. Most of the university provides for PhD 100% tuition waiver. They'll also give you a stipend if your profile is good, and your profile should be extremely good, especially your analytical score and your GRE score. Will university ask for interview? Not all the university, but there are few universities will ask for interview. Widget where to get internships and projects. Where we are studying right now, go talk to your profs, see where you're getting internship. Some of the profs can give you an idea where to go and apply for it. What score is considered a good score? 310 plus Anisha, it's considered a good score. Courses for computer science, you have to know that. I'm really not sure about the various courses, but if you're passionate about one course, networking, database, artificial intelligence, anything will be fine. How to look at a particular course? You have to do a lot of research for it, okay, but focus on the GRE and get a score first. The profile of a girl who got 100% tuition waiver, I'm sure many would like to know. I think she had, if I'm not, see, and also one more regarding a profile, from which university you're from, that's also really important. If you're from IIT, ISR, IITs, Anna universities, main campuses, yes, you're quite recognized. From the College of Engineering, one of the institution in India. So she's from that, and she has a publication, not presentation, publication. She has a projects. So CGPA will go 8.3 or 4, but the top CGPA will okay. I came to know that September is the month for the active blind share in June and blind for spring. See, September's deadline for fall 2014. They start closing fall. For spring, it is May and June. Don't write your exam September. It's not going to help you out. Write your exam in March, April, May. So based on what should I select university? You should select university on the academic, the research area, the faculties, and the funding which is available at the university, which is available in the university website. Will work experience or internship add more weightage to a profile? Definitely yes. Related work experience will add weightage to your profile. What kind of courses are available for IT? I think whatever course you want is most available, Abhishek, actually. Is Germany a good option for post-graduation in civil? Civil, I'm not sure, Rahul. I'm really sorry. But mechanical and automobile, yes, it is. How many years of validity of GRE score? For 5 years. I've got 57% aggregate. Can I apply for GRE to get a seat in Germany for low marks? Yes, you can. Germany also sees a passion in you, not just academics. Yes, you can write. See, that's what you have to show them. See, I know I screwed up my engineering. I have to make sure I'm not doing that same mistake in my higher education. The first thing which you have to do is you have to score very well and show that yes, I have changed. I'm scoring well. This is my capabilities. Okay. I think how the team can do a better job in getting that, but more practice can do that instead of the seminar, especially maybe and do they differentiate on the basis of GRE score like 1 year old, 310? No, there's no differentiation. Sir. If you have 5 years, no difference. Good enough. Okay. Okay, no, which is it is good if you don't consider ranking. See, you can consider ranking. Don't keep ranking as priority. Research experience or university is priority. Keep the faculty as priority. Keep the amount of money which are investing in research as a priority. Because if they spend more money on the research work, that is why you're going to get your scholarship, the tuition waivers, your research experience, and your research assistantship T and RT, only you'll get only if you spend the amount of money on research. That's where you get a lot of opportunities also. At least how much I should go for University of Florida. University of Florida, but depends on if you have a well, I'm successful. Is everybody good for PhD? Florida Institute of Technology, good for research. I think yes, you know, if you are setting that course, yes. What is RNTA? Who is TA? RA is research associate. TA is teaching associate. Even by the university, if not a prof, you can still apply for an RA from here. You work under the prof in the research labs, see that. But teaching associate is for students. You take class for evaluations, you conduct exams, you mark them, you grade them. Okay. What is the aggregate percentage of people to MS? There is no specific percentage, more data is better. If I have a good chance, students prefer the UK, I'm not really sure, Bindu. I'm really sorry. A good university for, again, I'm not sure. Particular course, I'm not aware. On an average, how much will it cost per year to do a master's? Anisha, I was saying it will cost anywhere from 20 lakhs to 50 lakhs or even more, depending on the course, depending on the university, depending on the place where you're living. Do I need is not mathematic to you can have I can cheap experience that your okay. Let me problem in getting a student visa. If your all the credentials are good, that will not be any problem. Actually, the visa rates have increased this year. Which university in Pennsylvania, US? Okay, which university in Pennsylvania gives 100% scholarship? University of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania University. Which university in US for Indian students are climate? Any of the southern part, Texas, therefore, I want to still look for the same climate as in India, or climate, at least in Chennai is getting hotter now. Does work experience add to your profile? Yes, relevant work experience definitely matter. Okay. What should what score should I get in GRE and IELTS if I have a 64.9% aggregate? 310 plus Pranit, it will be helpful. Can I return to India and get a good job here equivalent to abroad? Yes, you can. You have to find, if you find the job salary, yes, you can. Please tell me about MS plus PhD. MS plus PhD is very difficult to get. If you're not done any masters, getting direct PhD is very difficult. Get a very good score. To get a seat in TOEFL, get a seat in top universities along with scholarship, what's the best GRE score? See, GRE score 320 plus, TOEFL score of 100 plus will be a decent Okay. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Total fees of GRE including stay. Okay, GRE it is 10,000, 12,000 rupees as of now. You have to consider your GRE score, Nando, having a good GRE score. Okay. What Kavya is asking need GRE 8 semester, 6 semester, so it's written in July. That's usually a good time. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, this is the contact details. You can talk to me even in number. Okay. I remember this now. Down? Okay. So this email you can also mail to me. You can address the mail to Kamapo, Khone. Okay. So that's my name. Okay. So you can address mail to me and okay. So guys, please, I'll usually get this. Was it good? Anything feedback?